Welcome to Daytona International Speedway. My name is Max Speed. I'm with Joshua Black, and you're watching the Thunder Stock Car Racing Series Network, home of the Thunder Stock Car Racing Series. And today we will be giving you the Monster Energy Duels, which will determine the final positions for the Glacious Gardens 500. Joshua, what can we expect today at Daytona?
It's hard to say. With some of those cars, some of those cars in the back are probably going to be pretty aggressive coming through the pack because they're trying to get in, and some of the cars that are up front, they're just trying to keep their position in or trying to improve it. But all in all, we could see a pretty interesting field today and a very exciting race today for
With
Duel 1.
With that out of the way, let's take a look at the starting lineup. Row 1, we have Orlando Harlow. He was the fastest qualifier overall through the 2 days, and he will take not only the first spot in the 500, but also in this duel. And in row 2, we have not row 2, excuse me, Bobby Jones
Bobby,
in the second spot. Row 2, Wesley Tata in the 69, and Alex Trekkie in the 51. Row 3,
in row 3, In row
yep,
three, we got Tom Clyde in the 52 and the 72 of Clayton Selsom. In row four, we got Larson Martinez in the 6 and the number 1 of Wyatt Wilkinson in row 4.
row 5 finds Rosalind or Rose Delacroix and Chris Martins in the 66 and 15, respectively. Row 6, the first of these cars that has to race their way in the 110 of Buster Caldwell and the 25 of Angel Gutierrez.
In row 7, we got the 105 of Richard Andrews, and right beside him, we got the 95 of Ben Gorick.
Go it.
In row Gorage. In row 8, we got the first row of two of
The
the
car,
Go Hornets, the
yep.
113 of Richard Knight, and the 143 of Dave Clark.
Row 9 finds the 5 of Atsukumo Iluma. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And the 122 of Ed Grantham. Row 10 finds the 116 of Will Adamo and the 109 of Ginger Perkins.
In row 11, we find the 151 of Brandy Mason and the 124 of Kurt Ham. In row number 12, we find the 57 of Caden Lemon and the 126 of Ricky Bobby.
Row 13 finds Dallas Smith and Amy Hicks. Row 14 finds the Colonel himself, Colonel Sanders or Harlan Sanders, and Scott Ingraham in the 36 car.
And rounding out the field in the 108 is John Snow.
And here is the race information. We have 20 total laps in this duel. Normally, these cars can last up to like 32 laps. So they pit crews. Everyone was told that you can only put half a tank full. So that's 1 can of Sunoco fuel. So we have a pit window of approximately 13 laps, with the forecast showing clear skies, just below 70 degrees, but really blustery. We're gonna have to see how that wind plays with the draft.
Only six, and one keynote, only 6 cars of the go or go home triple number cars can race their way in.
So you have to be the top 6 in order to secure their spot, because 15 cars have already secured their spot.
That's right. And the pace car is taking the field around. We have a stacked field of
29 cars.
29 cars. As we see the top 10 going around, the whole field going around pretty evenly right now. Looks like we could.
Yep. 20 laps to
Looks like
decide it all.
20 laps to decide the starting field, at least for the inside lane.
Now you have to remember, no matter what happens to Harlow, he's guaranteed that first starting
But
spot in the 500.
yep,
So basically, everyone else it's to decide their position. Pace car pulls
here we
in.
go. Here we go. The green flag for duel number one. The Monster Energy Duel at Daytona is underway.
Lando with the early lead. He pulls away slightly, but this is Daytona, so anything can happen.
Absolutely. Bobby Jones holding it strong along the outside lane at 42, but here comes the 69 of Wesley Tata to the inside. With help from the
Basically, I think it seems like everyone is not. I haven't seen any three wide yet, so. Oh no, wait. I believe
Oh, 52
that's the
trying
52. Oh, Lando just went high. Tata really wants to be out front.
to get away. He wants to improve his starting spot. I don't blame him. He's trying to improve his starting position. I do not blame him one bit at all. But here comes a 52 trying to take the lead away from him. We are
No,
seeing
it
some good battle.
scored as Tata in the lead right now. Here comes Martinez. She's trying to make a
Oh,
move.
3 wide. They're 3 wide.
It's
First
four
time.
wide though. When
Two.
That you have to be careful of. Three wide, a little dicey, but you can make
Three
it work
wide,
here.
make it happen. Real risky, but you can make 3 wide happen. But 4 wide, not this one, not this track. But
Oh, we
Larson
might have
Martinez
one. I
taking the
think we
lead.
spoke into existence. The 110,
Oh
66,
boy,
52, and 69, all four wide. This could end badly. They have to sort it out quick.
oh boy, and they did. I think they did.
No, I don't think so. It's gonna be close.
Now they're 3 wide. Now they're just three
Thankfully,
wide.
it's now three wide. Martinez
And
is
the
your
one,
leader.
and the one, and the 66 and the 110 are on the inside though. And that
Later,
110 moving to the lead.
that's Buster Caldwell.
Buster Caldwell getting in there. And
Yeah,
who's that behind us? Is that the 105?
I believe that's Richard
The
Andrews in the 105.
Wow. The go
Already
or
we're
go home
seeing,
card.
yeah, a massive turnaround.
The great they're getting dicey up here. They want to get into this thing. I don't blame them. They want to get into this thing.
And Team Dynamics Racing, Team Larson Dynamics, there's two. They're running the high side.
Oh
It does
boy.
not seem to be working for them as Andrews is your
Oh
new leader.
boy. Oh boy. Oh no.
Watch
Oh
out for the
boy.
five.
4 wide. Oh god. Almost 4 wide. Oh, and here comes the 9 to
No,
the
it's the five.
inside. The
It's the
5.
five. There is no
The
nine.
5. Oh, dummy. That's the
That's
first slip up of the
Kiko,
day. Wow.
Japanese native. Now up front.
Wow.
Yeah, I can understand the confusion. It's the 5 Ford, not the 9 Chevy. Which there is no number 9 Chevy in this series, so. But still,
Oh
understandable.
my. Understandable. That's not the first time somebody's going to slip up in this series. It's probably not going to be the first time.
I wonder how many times that would happen this year in the Thunderstock
Oh,
Car Racing
looks
series.
well,
In the mean,
we'll find out. We're about to see. Meanwhile, we got a battle for second, and we
between
got three
Adamo
wide
and
behind that
Perkins,
battle.
most of
Wow,
them are the
two of
get in or go home cars. But if you're
the
looking to the
go or go
bottom,
homers.
the 57, that's Caden
Aiden
Lemon.
Lemon.
He had a
Wow,
bad
there
qualifying
goes
and practice session. He's really moving his way up the pack. As we are
racing for
one
Daredevil
fourth of the
Motorsports.
way. Yep, you're right. Daredevil Motorsports, 1/4 of the way done through this race. He's definitely pushing his way to the front. That he's currently pushing Brandy Mason in the 151 Dodge, trying to
It's
make a
cool.
move.
It's cool. Looks like he's going to try to make a move, and it looks like it's going to end up 3 wide for him if he wants to get up in the second place battle, which he's got the momentum. He's going to get into the second spot here. Either that or he's battling right now, and he's going to get that second spot.
He's gonna go after the leader. He's gonna go Esquito. And I do apologize if I am pronouncing that name wrong.
I was just worried that we were going to need to do a censor job on that one.
Well, in any case, it's gonna be not a battle for the lead right now. I think Caden is just biding his time. As
I
here
think
comes
Lemon is buying his time.
Dallas
Oh,
Smith.
somebody's. Dallas Smith not going to bide his time. He's going to go for the second spot. He could go for the lead if he gets the momentum.
Well, if you're a triple car, you have to like
You're telling me
finish in the
top six.
top six
Top
for
six.
Duel 1. Duel 2, yeah, it's the top 10. That's just the way it shaked out in qualifying.
Yeah. And you gotta remember, these name teams like Daredevil Motorsports with Kane Lemon, those guys are trying to improve their positions.
Yeah,
Trying to get a higher starting position for the Great Gracious Gardens 500.
yeah, if you
But
are
for
a
those
car that's numbered 99 or lower, you are locked in regardless. It's if you have 3 digits in your car number, you have to race your way in for those at home. In its most simple terms.
mhm. But right
While
and those
I think that's Scott
one
Ingraham.
wow. And
We might have our new leader. He might
we
be
could have a
where
we
that
could have a
Ford
three
go up
wide
front.
battle for the lead.
Oh, it's gonna be I think Ingraham or Clark in the 143.
Wow. This is a good battle.
Pretty even at the moment. No one trailing behind, but oh wow, oh pole sitter. I wondered if he's taking it easy because he knows he has first place
He's
locked
locked
up.
in. He's locked because I've seen this strategy before. The pole sitter goes to the back because he doesn't feel safe running up front because he don't want to destroy his car. Because if you do destroy your car, and if you're one of those under 99 numbers, it could be a backup car.
Oh, it's
Could be a
going to be
backup car.
yeah. Meanwhile, Dave
So I
Clark has taken the lead. And interesting about Orlando, he actually had a terrible practice session. So the fact that Daredevil provided him with a fast car to take the top spot in qualifying is an impressive feat. Daredevil might be one of
both
those
him
teams to watch out for.
Daredevil is, I think, one of the teams to watch out for because one, they've got Lando Harlow, who qualified fastest, but also one other guy, Wyatt Wilkinson, who
He
in the
practiced
one he qualified pretty good. He
15th.
qualified up.
Yeah, he was 15th fastest on time, as Joe Snow was the. Jon Snow, he was the fastest at the end of that lap. Vicky Bobby, your
And then
current
Bobby
leader.
taking the leader.
Yeah,
Oh boy.
the only one who struggled this weekend is Caden Lemon, but even his practice session wasn't all that bad.
Oh, here comes the 95.
Would be
He had a
Ben Govich of Rabbits Racing.
he
He's
he
been
didn't
getting
have a
help
good
from Angel
he didn't
Gutierrez.
both of them had a pretty mid qualifying. But right now they're racing up at the front, and Bobby Jones has made his way back up there somehow.
Don't count out the Petty Motor Club cars. Definitely not the
Definitely.
42 and 43. They have shown they can compete at Daytona.
Oh, well, speaking of Wyatt, there's Wyatt right behind in the second row at three wide, in the battling for the battling for what I presume to be the fifth
It's
spot.
yes. Keep in mind, pit stops are required because of the
Are
half
imminent.
tank.
Yep,
We'll have
and
to
they are
see.
imminent.
Yes, it
They are
seems like
imminent.
the
But
entire
well,
bottom line plus a few in the top have decided to go down pit road.
and look at how much that's spread out. Everybody, look at how much that's spread out. This
That
is
means
crazy.
Gutierrez
And
is your leader still, but it's 3 wide already, and I think Govich will get the lead just because Jones is giving him that push down the back stretch.
wow.
And speak of that, Jones is going to try to take the lead himself. I don't think it's going to work without any support, but
Wow. This is crazy. But who knows? This could be the second round of stops right here. Just depends on when they decide to pit.
and it
Here they
seems like
come,
most
Lander.
of everyone who did not stay out the first time have gone in the second time, leaving Gutierrez, Bobby, like Ricky Bobby, that
Yep.
would be
And
Ingerham and Ham.
be careful though. Be careful of these merging cars right here.
Yeah, the drivers were
That's what I
notified that that is a very real
notified.
possibility that you have to be careful of. In the pre-race
But
meetings,
right
that
now
was something that everyone was made aware of. You're not going to get penalized for
yeah.
leaving that area.
Here comes Ricky Bobby though to the lead. Oh, somebody's
Rodamo slowing him
oh,
down, and it doesn't matter. He's going to
that was
pit
crazy.
anyway. And
And
Gutierrez
Angel
is staying
Gutierrez is
out.
there. What is up with this? What's
He has to
up with
be trying
this?
to
This is a
stretch
crazy
it.
strategy by the 25. Oh, that was crazy by Martinez there. That made me nervous a little bit. That made
Yeah,
me nervous a little bit. Like,
and see here, he's slowing down. Is he out of
oh,
gas?
no way! Wow. Either that or he's getting ready for a stop. Oh
Stop!
no!
Is
There
something?
goes Porterfield by. Oh, watch out!
He's go.
Something's up with the 25,
I
and he's
think
up
he
near the
ran out of
wall.
gas.
What? Our leader?
Is the pace car out?
Our,
No.
no caution yet. But the
Oh,
25 coming down pit road.
he.
What in the
At least
world?
he's locked in, but that will
Yeah, he is. But
blow
that
his
is
chance
a
of a good starting spot. He's probably starting 41st.
yeah, and I bet you back in the I bet you he's going to be mad at himself after this one. He's going to be mad at himself after the race.
Well,
And
currently,
that means
the
the
124, Kurt
124 is in
Ham,
second.
we're trying to find him. There he is. He's being scored as
Right
your
there.
leader.
He's
And
when he
now
comes
it's
back
Ben
around. Oh,
Gorich battling
Ben go
Alex
Rich.
Trek.
And wow. Two of the cars that
Stayed out later.
Ben,
They
yep,
probably had to
and
pick up
Ben
less
Golick.
fuel, and that explained how they got their position.
Yep. And I was about to say about Ben Gorick, he was pretty deep in the starting positions whenever we looked at the starting field. He started pretty deep in this duel, but right now he's battling for the lead with the 51.
That would be Alex Trek, the owner and
Correct?
driver for one of the drivers for Riften Motorsports, and the only Subaru
Oh,
team in the Thunderstock Car Racing
wow.
Series.
Wow. Talk about making waves. The Subarus are showing their stuff a little bit.
Well, at
Running up
least
front.
the team, the bosses, the 15, you have to go all the way down to 17th. Now, the other rifting
Oh
car
my
is
god.
in Duel 2,
Then
so we'll see Scotty Lopez in the 12 later.
Yep. Hmm. But right now it's the 95 of Ben Gorick
And the
who's
51
in
of
the lead
Alex
right now.
Trek. He's trying to get by Gorich. That might be a difficult task.
But Gorick's giving him a hard time. He wants to get the best starting position he can, and I don't blame him. Both of these cars, but they got to be careful because
3 laps to
if
go.
one leads to another,
If these three
both of
cars
them are
work
going to be wrecked.
together, or if
They
this
could get
big pack catches up, this thing gets a whole lot more interesting.
The highest car that is of the go or go home cars, I believe, is the 121, and
And that
he will
is
be in the.
Amy Hicks. Yes, she right now will get race her way in, as is Ricky Bobby.
Yep, this is big. Oh, the 51's got the lead. I think
Yes, he will
he's
be
going to be
scored as the
scored the
leader.
leader.
2 laps to go. I
But
don't
one thing
I don't think this
I
pack
did not
or that
expect
pack will catch up in time.
him. No, but how about that? Rifted Motorsports, the only Subaru team, is in the lead. How about that? Did
And
not
Ben
expect
Govich, he
one
did not make a lot of splash in this race weekend either.
well,
This might be
oh,
his chance
oh,
too.
they're
It
battling.
might be a side by side battle.
This could be a photo finish if it comes back around next time. I was about to say, I was about to say about those Subarus, I was a little bit self-conscious about those Subarus. I was a little worried, but here they come. White flag is out. Ben Gorick, Alex Trek battling for the lead.
Here comes the rest of the field though. Will they be able to influence it? I don't think it will affect the 1-2 order, but they're closing dangerously fast.
And
Oh, they're
the
going to catch up.
121's got to watch out. The
Ricky Bobby
121's
in
got to
third.
watch out.
Oh,
I'm keeping an eye on
Trek
that sixth
goes
spot right
low.
now. And there's the 143. He's going to steal it.
Yep, but right now it's
The
Alex Trek and
140.
Ben Govich. I think Govich might lose second to Bobby. Ricky Bobby, that
But
is.
wow. Here
And
they come
Alex
down the
Trek
line.
takes the first place. He wins
Ooh.
Duel 1. And Ben Govich barely
Oh.
holds on to second.
Oh.
Six
And the
hundredths.
121. Oh, the 121 held on.
So, wow. So, of the cars that need
So
to race their way in, the
Ricky
126,
Bobby.
Amy Hicks, the 121, Dave Clark, the 143, John Snow, who
Wow.
started last, the
And the
122,
108.
Ed Grantham, and the 110 of Buster Caldwell.
Wow. The highest starting and the highest starting car, go or go home car at the start of this, he ended up getting his last spot. Ended up getting the last
Barely.
lock-in spot. How about that? But how about the 51 of Alex Trek for Riften Motorsports in that Subaru? I was
Impressive.
I was a little bit worried about those Subarus, but they showed they got some speed. And
And if you take a look at the finishing order, it will be Alex Trek, Ben Govich, Ricky Bobby, the 36, I believe that's Scott Graham, and the 42 of Bobby Jones making up your top five.
Bobby Jones,
And then
the
in sixth place, we
the
have a
120
121.
and the
Yep.
121,
The
the
seventh place spot.
143,
Yep, seventh.
and
The five
the
finishes eighth.
uh,
I think that's at
the
Skato. I'm
and
just
then the 66,
the number 66 and ninth. That would be
and then
Rosalind LaCroix. And the 10th.
the
Oh,
15.
that is the other Rifkin car. That is
Wow,
Chris Martins. He manages the top 10.
wow, wow. That that shows that those Subarus are can be pretty sneaky on speed.
And how about Angel
They've showed me.
Gutierrez? He runs out of fuel and does not end up starting last in the 500, at least on the inside. He actually manages 26th, which is not worse of the cars locked in. That actually belongs
Wow.
to Clayton Sessom.
in the 72. What in the world? Wow, that was a bad race for for Selson. He had a ugh, he had a he had pretty mad qualifying, but now he's gonna have to start in the back for this one.
But it's
Um,
Daytona, and anything can happen. Stay tu-
yep,
Stay tuned for
for Duels.
Duel right after this. And we are back at Daytona for duel number 2 of the Monster Energy duels, this time for the outside row. I'm Max Speed, beside me Joshua Black. What can we expect from this group of cars?
I mean, it's going to be interesting because we got some good teams in this duel, but also from the last duel, this one's going to be more interesting for the triple numbered cars because in the first duel, only the top 6 of those cars went in and they got into the Gracious Gardens 500. This time, the top 10 are going to get in, and we could see a whole lot of aggression in this duel for those drivers because it could be very interesting today. Very interesting for this duel.
True that, and that was just the result of the way qualifying ended out. And with that being said, we will head to the starting lineup. In row 1, we find the 48 of Kyler Sustrai and the 33 of Mert Goodall? I believe I'm
Oh,
Goodall.
yeah. All right.
And in row 2, we find the 45 of Alexander Will and the 31 of Evan
Marici.
Marlici.
In row 3, we got the 79 of Colin Cropley and the 32 of William Ayers. In row 4, we got the 12 of Scotty Lopez and the number 43 of Derek Petty.
Keep an eye on the number 12 because Lifton, they are the only Subaru team in the Thunderstock Car Racing Series, and they won Duel 1. And their other
And
car got in the top 10, so keep an eye on the 12. They might
keep an
be,
eye on the.
yeah, they might have a little bit of a surprise waiting for us. Row 5
And
finds Jeff Fulton in the 26 and the 84 of Davey Apex. Row 6, we find the 61 of Carl Young and the 120 of Guy Torrent. Yes, it's pronounced Guy, not Guy.
yeah, all right. In row 7, we got the 123 of Herman Foster alongside the 102 of Miku. In row 8, we got David Lansford in the 133 and Max Whitmer in the 118.
Row 9 finds Cheryl King in the 144 and Frank Erst driving the 136. Row 10 finds Gabriel Olson in the 117 car and TJ Carroll in the 119.
In row 11, we got Jessica Sweetwater in the 111 alongside Kurt Rayloff in the 125. In row 12, we've got Dr. Dirt Crusher in the 115 and the 103 of Declan Cole.
Row 13 finds the 104 of Shadow McLean and the 114 of Styx Badger. Yes, we know the graphic says Styx Badger. Row 14 finds the 100 of Riley Torrance and the 112 of Sebastian Cooper.
And rounding out the field in the 107 is John Hester.
Race information pretty much the same as if Duel 1, half tank only. You can only use 1 can of Sunoco fuel, 69 degrees Fahrenheit under clear skies, but the winds have increased. It's now 28 miles per hour out here, so really
That's
windy out
going to
here.
be, yeah, 11 cars are locked in for this 500 already. Top 10 of the go or go home cars will race their way in to this Gracious Gardens 500 coming up.
And as a reminder, because this year it is rather simple to know which cars are needing to race in. If it's a triple digit car, they have to race their way in. If they are not, they are locked in. And with that being said, we will get this race started pretty soon.
As we get a look at this field today, we see the top three on the outside drive for one team. That is Shot Point Racing's Mert Grohl, Evan Marici, and William Ayers to the outside. It'll be interesting to see what they could do because they have a shockingly strong qualifying in qualifying. So it's going to be very interesting to see how they do today.
Yeah, will they stick together and try to make that outside line work, or will they fend for themselves and try to improve or defend their position?
And the pace car is diving on the pit road. Here they come down through the restart zone. Here they come to the start. Green flag is out. We are underway for Monster Energy Duel 2.
At Daytona, and Sustrai taking the early lead, but already we are seeing moves. Will goes down low. Bolton goes down low.
33 and Mark Roy trying to get, trying to stay even with them, but oh no, it's going to get
Are
crazy.
they
They're
going to?
starting to almost look more wide. It
They
almost looked like
wisely backed out of it. Yeah.
that was the 12 of Scotty Lopez trying to go four wide on William Ayers and trying to make the most out of that situation. But
Well,
that
it looks
got
like
me.
it's cleared now as Alexander Will takes the lead from Sustrai.
This is a this is a pretty big time for Will as he's running for one of the bigger teams, Petty Motor Club, as his owner, Derek Petty, is also in this field. This is going to be a very interesting way to see how the teams react to certain situations. As Jeff Bolton is now second, but oh, we got ourselves a battle for second right now. Here comes
Between the
the
Sky Motorsports
61,
cars in this duel, that would be Carl
the
Young.
60, the 61 team owner, Carl Young, battling up there. Here comes Jeff Bolton to the inside, and
This might
he's
be a planned move. Bolton to the point.
he's gonna he's gonna get the lead for right now. What does the 61 do?
Seems like Bolton
Up, he's
heads
gonna go to
up.
the inside. The 61's gonna go to the inside.
Bolton
Credit
is.
Bolton for that lap.
Yep. But as
Credit
we
Bolton
say
for that
that,
lap.
Carl Young is your new leader. And here comes Herman Foster. He's trying to he's one of the guys that needs to race his way in.
The first go or go home car we've seen up front right now. But right now he's side by side with somebody. Who's that right beside him? That's the here comes
61.
the 133.
That's Langford. He's out. It's going to be 3 wide for first.
Three wide. This is going to be an interesting situation. They're three wide, almost two, three, four, five, almost six rows deep. Three
It's like
wide
the
throughout the
entire
pack.
field.
This is crazy. Like
Credit
if one
Langford with
guy
the.
gets two, yeah, with the advantage
Mm-hmm.
on that lap, but now the
But can he hold it? No, I think King forces the issue. She tries to make a move, but I don't think she has a run on him.
I don't think they're gonna have runs on him. The 117 trying to get in there.
That's Gabriel Wilson trying to make a move, piloting the 117 Chevy City Chevrolet.
So far the go or go home cars are doing pretty well so far. They're getting up there and they're getting a little dicey. They want to get into this thing.
They know how important this is, and they are not wasting any time at all. As
Here
another
comes
one,
the
111. That would be Jessica
one
Sweetwater.
of wow, Sweetwater going for the position, going for the lead. Who the
15.
115,
That's
the one
Dr. Dirt Crusher. He's also trying to make
Doctor
his move.
trying to make his move to the inside. He's going to get the lead off of, in the turn number 4. He's going to have the lead. And it looks like we could see more battling. Here
Yeah,
comes
this could be a Phil, this is gonna. A lot of
This,
cycling's gonna go on here.
yeah.
And
If
they
I'm the
credit
guys
Dirt
in the back,
Crusher. Oh, speaking of the back, pole sitter. Now he's locked in for the outside row, so he's currently
so
in
he'll
last
start
place.
second automatically.
But yeah, so he doesn't really
He'll
need to
start.
push it. He knows that he's safe.
I like his strategy right now. He knows if it gets too chaotic, he could take advantage. If in case if a wreck happens, he could take advantage and possibly get through. But the one thing he doesn't want is to be involved in a wreck and go to a backup car, because if you go to a backup car, it's straight to the rear.
Speaking of backup cars, we may need some because the lead
Because they're four
four
wide.
wide. All go in, get in or
This,
go home cars. Something's gotta
it worked in the
give.
first duel. It
Yeah,
worked in the first duel for a little bit, but they didn't. But I don't think it's gonna work the second duel.
and they
Oh
sorted
boy, they
out.
settled it. They sorted it out that time. Oh my
And right
gosh.
now, Hester is up front after all this. The guy who started
And here
last.
comes the 100. Here comes the 100.
I believe
That
that's
dude perfect
Florence.
car.
Yeah. Sebastian Cooper in the
That was a fun.
112 right behind him.
Wow.
Well,
Wow.
was. Now Cooper's making his run for the lead.
These triple number cars, they know what's at stake. A starting spot in the Gracious Gardens 500. I like this mentality. They're getting at it.
They kind of have to.
Oh, I mean,
Because this is the
I
biggest
that was
race of the year in terms of payout.
the biggest race,
Yeah,
payout, point,
well, not points, but
everything in this game.
pretty much. Just the fact
Oh,
that it's
well,
Daytona.
well. Oh, oh, I see a
No.
little somebody right there. There's Derek Petty in the third row, and there's the 31 behind him. That's Evan Marici.
They might cycle out to be up front come pit time, but right now it's Kurt Rayloff, your current leader. He's been scored
Wow.
as the leader after lap 8.
And kind of a quiet time for the 43 and the 31. They got cycled to the back, and now they're going to be cycled up to the front. And now here comes Derek Petty for the lead.
The
Here
31.
comes the 31 trying to mount a challenge. 31
Yeah.
trying to mount a
Oh,
challenge.
teammate support in Mert. The 33. I think it's going to happen.
Stock Point Racing, big team out of Evansville, Indiana, proving their worth, and now Marici is going to lead. Is going to have the lead. Wow.
Impressive performance for the
Here,
Shock Point cars, considering their practice was less than ideal among those which were locked in. So, what a way to rebound for them.
and a way rebound for qualifying. I mean, Mert was in the top 5 of times, and Marici and Ayers were not too far behind.
Marici actually was top 10.
Marici was top 10, Mert was top 5, and just barely
Ayers,
out of the top 10 was William Ayers.
yeah. Meanwhile, two of the
Wow.
Revolting Motorsports cars, Sustra and Crapley, they got their way back to the front. Uh-oh. We
There's.
might have 4
Oh no.
wide. Yes, I think
This
that's
is
the
not gonna
case. It's kind
work.
of hard. Yeah, I think
This is not
Crapley is in
gonna
a bad
work.
spot.
This is not gonna work.
Things could
Oh,
get a little
they're 3 wide
shaky.
now. They're three
Still
wide
3
right now,
wide.
but I don't see that happening. I don't see this. I don't see this working very well. Ugh. Will trying to
Meanwhile,
get
yeah, they're
Alexander
4
Will
wide
trying to
now.
mount challenge.
4 wide. Close to the
If
pit
I'm in the,
cycle.
this is gonna get crazy, especially with the pit cycle coming up in about 2 laps. We could see the first few cars hitting the pit road.
Could we see the first wreck in the series? With the way these guys
Oh my
and gals are
gosh.
driving.
Ay, ay, ay. This is getting
It seems like they're
crazy.
trying to let now. 4 wide and 4 wide. In both of
They're
them.
3 and 4 wide.
They're trying to sort it out, and
Probably,
yet not at the same time.
probably is the one in the hornet's nest right now. He's the
How
one that's
has
causing problems.
that he not wrecked it is anyone's guess, but quite
I,
a drive for him to even do so.
but the other
As
guy I'm really worried about, here they come.
yeah,
Here
talk
comes the
about
majority of the field.
relief. Talk about
One guy we haven't relief. That helped out a lot. If there's one guy that I haven't talked about throughout this battle for the positions in the lead right now, is in that third spot. That is the 32 of William Ayers. He is from Mount Vernon, Indiana, which is the neighboring town of Evansville to the west, and he is known as a short track racer across the state of Indiana, but he is doing really great on these high banks of Daytona right now.
everyone is. And it looks like everyone which stayed out the first go round is heading in, with the exception of Kurt
Except the
Wayloff.
125.
Now,
But
did that
remember what
team?
happened
Yeah, remember what happened to Gutierrez? Did
to
they take
Angel
notes,
Gutierrez?
or are they just going for the
Did they
glory?
not? They're trying to make their way in, but I do not see this ending well for them. Oh boy, this is going to be an interesting one for them because one, they're, I know they're trying to stretch it, but I do not see them. I do not
Yeah.
see them this strategy working well. Because if we remember Duel 1, Angel Gutierrez tried to do too much, and it ended up with him running out of fuel off of turn 2,
Yep,
off
and
turn 2
speak of
down the
that,
back.
he's heading in. So no crazy
Looks like they may have
stretch.
took some more from that.
And here comes Bolton. He's leading the track. He might be the current leader.
He will be, I think. He's just got a huge gap. Like, that is a huge gap. Like,
Yeah,
he's got almost
all
a
day, but
straightaway gap.
then again, as you go through the field, they sort of are bunching up. So, oh wow, we're under
Some
caution. We're under caution. Herman
We've had our
Foster's
first
in
wreck of the
smoke.
season.
We will get
And
you a
there's damage.
replay. Oh, someone did not pay attention, I think. There's skid marks. Right over
There was
there.
damage to the rear end. Oh, turn 1 was the point of this issue.
We will
Oh
get.
my goodness, what has happened to Foster?
I think. Yeah, I want to say what happened here. Yeah, and looks like.
Oh,
What? Rayloff got the lucky spot out of this. 'Cause he's right behind the pace car. Or not. We'll have
could
to wait
he?
and see how this shakes out.
No.
Because, well, while we wait for
This is
this
going
to
to
shake
be an
out,
interesting way to explain.
yeah.
Because, oh,
Well, while we wait for the field to collect themselves, we will get you a replay of what just
himself.
happened. We found the source of the caution, and
Yeah.
Susrai got turned.
He got turned by Whitmer. Oh!
A bunch of cars had
Oh
nowhere to
no!
go.
Running on
Instant
board
replay
Riley.
from, yep, the 100.
Riley. On the 100.
Hornets puts on the
As
brakes.
there's
Oh, he
smoke.
hits some minor contact, but
There's
mostly gets it through. Same view, just a car 136 of Ernst. Ooh, tons of smoke.
right here.
Minor tap. manages to get away.
But
Following
like he was
Max.
just slow. He was just slow.
Wow. Yeah, I'm not sure what was up with the 48, but somehow.
Get a good view of this one from Sustrai's camera. Oh, he
Yeah, it looks like
he is
he just
coming
was.
on. Whoa,
He was trying to be.
trying to be conservative.
And
Oh,
instead, he ends up. Ooh, and
getting
yeah,
just
Marshichi really
slammed.
was from Foster.
Marici, Marici, Marici. That was an unfortunate circumstance, and the unfortunate circumstance for the 48 is now
That he
he
has to go to a
will
backup
probably have to
car.
go to a backup car. But Bolton, he's going to have the lead.
As the pack lines themselves into single file and gets back to the pace car. We may have a green-white checker. We will just have to wait and see.
And this 125 is still,
We'll have to see what the
hmm,
officials say about this.
because
He's not
he,
being scored a lap
the,
down. So,
he's not
he
being scored
probably
a lap down, but
is,
he's not the leader. I don't know.
well, not
I
right
do
now,
not
but,
believe he's the leader.
well, he did make a dive to pit road at around the same time Shustrai got into that mess, so it may very well be possible that Rayloff got a lucky break. Because I could actually believe that.
Well, but right now the pace car's lights are still on. We could see a green-white checker coming around. Let's see what the pace car does. Coming to the line. And
Not this
pace
lap.
car.
We have cars leaving pit road.
What the heck?
That'd be either 118 of Whitmer and the 107 of Hester.
But I do not see Hester and Whitmer making the Gracious Gardens 500 after this
Yeah, I'm not even
incident.
sure if they will even make minimum speed or if the officials will
Qualify.
just let them be because of how many laps are left.
They're probably. It'll be interesting to find out.
And that is if
And
we
they
do
are
go
scoring
green.
the 120.
So Rayloff
And
is your
they are
leader.
scoring the 120. They are scoring him as the leader. Very interesting.
I
Very interesting call for this one.
I actually can honestly see it because I suspect it was
He
like,
was coming off.
yeah, he made
He
that loop,
came on the pit road.
and that was about the same time where Sistra and Whitmer were leading, and that incident occurred. So I really believe that with how many few laps there are, Rayloff may have
Could
actually,
have
like, yes, something could happen,
stole it.
but that gambit
It just
may have
depends on
paid
what this.
off. Done what
He's
Gutierrez
gonna
couldn't.
get in.
We'll just have to wait and see.
Wow. Just depends on what this pace car does coming off of turns 4
Yeah, we'll have
as we
to
are
wait and
with
see what race
3
control
laps to
does.
go. Will we see him get in? Will we see the pace lights go out for one lap shootout, or will this race end up under caution?
Race car crosses, we will get a one lap shootout.
This is gonna be crazy.
And after all that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 retirements from that. And irregardless, Whitmer and Hester can't make it in because they are 2 and 3 laps down respectively. But as of right now, 4 of the 10 available spots of the cars that need to race their way in are in the top 10. That will make things even interesting. You can bet they will be aggressive coming to the green
Green.
with a one lap shootout.
You
This
know,
this could end either very well or very poorly. Depends on how quickly they form up and create four wide, because that is when the problem is. Ironically, that caution wasn't four wide related. No one was running four wide. It was because Sustra just was slow off pit
probably
road. And now they are bunching up double file for the restart. One lap shootout. This could make or break your race, even if you get
Jesus.
in or if you don't. I'm keeping an eye on Young or Apex. I think they have the best chance of going and winning this, because I'm gonna count Rayloff being aggressive, and he'll be too aggressive. Pace car pulls
Start
in,
coming off. For a green, white checker, here they come. The green and the white flag are going to come out together. We are back
and
as Bolton going to
already
jump. Bolton going to
that
jump.
that sort of surprised me, but doesn't at the same time. Bolton with yeah. I think everyone's just going to be aggressive
Could Rayloff win this?
and secure a fourth place starting spot for his team. Not if Carl Young has anything to say about it.
Young to the inside.
Bill
They're
giving him
three
support.
wide,
Now three wide
but
isn't
will
the
Will
problem.
get aggressive?
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
Here
Young.
they
I
come.
think Young has it. No, not yet. Hit the
Young.
line. Carl Young wins duel
It's
two.
Carl Young for Sky Motorsports.
The
He is going to get
owner.
duel two.
And that will secure fourth place for him, because at, that is assuming Susrai is allowed to keep second place, because he did total his car. We will have to wait and see what the officials decide on this. Arguments could be made that he would have to go to the back, but the format said if you qualified first or second, you were locked in. So we'll have to wait and see what they interpret that as. In the meantime, let us take a look at your top 10. Besides Carl Young clearly being the race winner by 400ths to Alexander Will
For
in
1,000.
to finishing second. The first car in,
4,000.
that would be the 115 of Dr. Dirt Crusher finishing third. He's the first racing
Wow.
car. And then
Jeff
Bolton,
Bolton will be fourth.
followed by Rayloff, who ends up in fifth. Not that bad of a drop for him. That gambit really paid off. I mean, with the amount of caution laps.
117.
Gabriel Olsen in sixth. Apex.
We ran.
Apex was kind of quiet, but he did what he did. He finished seventh. Sebastian
Yep.
Cooper will finish eighth, followed by the 32 of Ayers in ninth. 10th,
Oh,
we find,
there. William.
yep, 10th.
Derek Petty.
And as four were in of the racing cars that had to race in were in the top 10. The others would be David Langford in the 133, Hatsune Miku in the 102 will fill in the sixth slot. Sweetwater and Carroll's fill in slots 7 and 8. Torrent is the ninth slot, and Cheryl King
120.
will take the 10th and
No,
final spot.
from Riley Torrance in the 100. That
Just
was a
barely
close
missing
battle
out.
for the final spot.
Yeah, barely missing out. I think had that caution not come out because he had another car in Ernst helping him and King was on all her own, that could have very well been a totally different story.
Yep.
Well, this concludes our coverage. A more detailed final results will be with us shortly, and then we will tune out. You were watching the Thunderstock Car Racing Network. I'm Max Speed, and for my co commentator Joshua Black, we will see you at the 500.